Good day, everyone. Methodist Dave here, professional theologian and Bible teacher, with our daily devotional for Monday, August 3rd. Where I am, it is a rainy day today. So if it is raining where you are, make sure you remember your raincoat. We come to chapter 3. You really need to read the whole chapter. Taking verses out of a whole context, it doesn't help you understand what the author is trying to say. And especially in a passage like this, the whole chapter is extolling the virtue of wisdom. So reading verse 14, 15, and 16, "For her benefit is more profitable than silver, and her gain is better than gold. She is more precious than rubies, and none of the things that you desire can compare to her. Long life is in her right hand, and in her left hand are riches and honor." Using wisdom and the feminine characteristic. Remember, temptation, a woman is used for temptation too, the adulterous woman. So here is equal time. Wisdom is feminine in the poetic description. It's not that it is, it's just a poetic way to relate to something that makes it a little more personable. And the intuition here is that wisdom will help preserve you. It'll make you wealthy. Wisdom can guide you, give you long life and comfort. And just last week on TikTok, I was watching a video about a colonial man named Dexter in New England, who started out as a tanner and managed to get himself hooked up with a rich widow and entered into sophisticated lifestyle. And during the Revolution, Continental script was considered worthless, but the government would issue this money, and people didn't trust it. They didn't think it was backed by anything. So the Continental Army would come in, take your goods, and give you Continental script, and you'd be like, "What am I going to do with this?" So Dexter bought Continental script from people for pennies on the dollar. Well, they didn't trust it. They didn't have faith in the government. They didn't think we'd win. So they took gold, real currency, for this worthless paper. But we won. And one of the things that the government needed to do was to prove its legitimacy, and that meant it had to honor its debts. To prove that it's a legitimate government, that we will honor our debts, we will honor our script. So he took all that script and exchanged it for hard gold and made a fortune. He bought the script for pennies on the dollar, and the government gave him face value. Was that wise or wasn't it? Some people think he was lucky. It seems like a wise move to me. He got into shipping, and somebody convinced him. He says, "You should send bedpans down to the Caribbean. They love them down there." So he buys a load of bedpans for cheap because they want to humiliate him. So they sell him the bedpans cheap. He takes the bedpans and takes them down to the Caribbean. Now, a bedpan is kind of shaped like a frying pan that you put coals in it, and you can warm your bed up. And in the Caribbean, it's never cold, so you don't need to warm your bed. But he takes these giant frying pans down to the Caribbean, where you scoop seawater into the frying pan and you can boil off the water, and you could be left with salt. So this shipment of bedpans is a shipment of salt making pans. People snap them up, makes a fortune off the load. He is convinced to send mittens down to the Caribbean. So he loads up with mittens and takes mittens down to the Caribbean. Well, ships are passing through on their way around to the other side of the world, and ships come in and they're headed to cold climates. And you know what? They don't have enough mittens. So they buy all his mittens, and again, he makes more money. You should send cats down there, and gets a load of cats for next to nothing. Takes them down to the Caribbean, to an island that has a rat infestation. And the people love to buy the cats because the cats will hunt the rats. and he makes a fortune. Is it dumb luck that everything this guy touches turns to gold? Or was it wisdom at play? Him taking, they're going to try to con me. I'm going to use that play. I can do something with this. And through creativity and determination, everything Dexter touched turned to gold. That's having wisdom. Take a bad situation and make the most of it. And if you would make the most of wisdom, I think your life will be a little bit easier too. Now, if you've got a question about this or any other subject, heck, you can ask me questions about the Civil War. I'm pretty good at that. You can email me at methodistdave@gmail.com, and I'll do my best to answer your question. Please don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. And until tomorrow, please be good to one another.